Hello everyone, welcome to Huffy Reviews. Here we have set number 71746, the Jungle Dragon. It is 506 pieces and retails for $40. Alright, so here's the dragon fully built. I'm going to take him apart section by section and show you each little bit of him in detail. This is the head and neck of the dragon. The neck, as you can see, has two stickers on either side. It has two ball joints on either end, and that's what connects the head to the body. It also has one of these pizza pieces and what I believe might be a new color for that. I'm not sure, but they're all over this set. The head is very detailed and interesting. The whole top of this is printed, except for that. That is a sticker right there, which is kind of disappointing, but it still works. It has printing everywhere on this head. I'm pretty sure this top half is a new mold. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I've never seen that before in a Ninjago Dragon. The bottom half of the mouth is from the Overlord Dragon from earlier this year. This was used for both the bottom and top on the Overlord Dragon. It's dual molded, where you have tan here, and then like a rubbery plastic for the white teeth. You can see it all in there, how it's molded, which is pretty interesting. And then the tongue is made by these two 1x2 clips, clipped on with one of these fang pieces to make the tongue, which I think is pretty creative. He has these horns in the back, which I haven't seen these pieces in a while. So that's cool seeing them come back. And it connects to the head with a ball joint. And then the two halves of the mouth are connected together with droid arms. Battle droid arms from Star Wars. So it's nothing surprising, but still pretty interesting. Now let's move on to the next section. So here we have the front leg and the hind leg of the dragon. Let's take a look at the front leg. The front leg's interesting. It has one of these little Technic joints. You've probably seen these before, but I'll show you how much articulation it gives the dragon once we take a look at the whole dragon together. But the foot is attached to a ball joint, so it goes around pretty much as much movement as you would want. It does not bend here, so it's stuck in this position for the legs, right here. So yeah, it's a pretty neat design for the leg, and this is the only leg that has a chain on it, this foot. It might connect to the Keeper's Village, I'm not sure, but even if it doesn't, you can always just connect it to the bottom, because I'm pretty sure it's all base plated, so you can just connect it to the bottom and say, he's a captured dragon, and they free him, and he's all, he's happy. Now let's take a look at the back leg. The back leg is mostly the same as far as articulation goes. It's got one of those Technic joints on the top and a ball joint on the bottom for the foot. And then this is slightly different, where it has a Nexonite shield here. And yeah, if you want to get a look at how that's built, there you go. Let's take a look at the body. Now we have the decapitated, de-winged, and D-legged dragon. You can get a close look at the top of him. He's got a lot of stickers here, which kind of stinks, but it adds a lot of detail. The bottom of him is just this tan color, and then there are the receiving pins for his legs, and two ball joints where his wings go. That's where his head connects, and right here, a saddle can connect, so you can have Lloyd riding him. Just like that. Can't really see the head, but, gives you a basic idea of what they look like. And then all across the back here are those pizza plates, that's what you call them, in those new color. If that is a new color, I'm not sure, because I don't really have those pieces. The tail is an interesting design, though, because I thought they would just connect it with those hinge pieces to make it wag. But no, they have pins in there to connect them together. They use these, like, gravestone-y pieces with the holes on the top. They have two on this side and one on this side. And they kind of insert together like that. And they take one of these and pin it through the top. And just like that, plug it into the bottom. Every single one of those segments is connected that way. You can see it all on the top. And it shakes perfectly. It's pretty free. It doesn't have a little knob they turn it to make it shake, but that's alright. It's still fun. The only problem I have with it is that yellow is kind of off of the color, and it looks it looks weird. It really does. And the brown and the yellow, it doesn't match. But that's my only complaint, really, with the tail. It works otherwise. And then they use these Nexonite plates to all along the tail. And it looks good. And the color scheme looks great. It looks like something out of an ancient village. So that's kind of cool. Let's take a look at the whole dragon together. Alright, 1 second. I forgot about the wings. The wings aren't anything super special. They're basically gray, which kind of stinks because, again, it doesn't match. But you got that little blue thing here and the gold swords, which it's nice they're going back to the swords. They've been doing the cloth wings for a while, which are kind of cool, but the swords bring back some nostalgia for me, so that's kind of cool. Alright, here's a quick look at the dragon all together. See what it looks like when it's all in one piece. You can see how the head connects there with the ball joint. And this little saddle, you can see how it looks when the whole dragon's together. And it does come off. You can have him be, a free dragon. The wings do go out like this, but that's pretty much all they can do. You can kind of flap them, but you can't bend them back like this. They're kind of, you can either be like that or like that. There's not much movement with the wings, but that's okay, because it doesn't look like a kind of dragon that would have wings. It looks more like a lizard. But here's the legs if you want more. See how those move. It moves up and down and all around. Oh, and okay. The arm fell apart. See the feet move around like that. And there you go. So yeah, you can see the head has a pretty good range of motion. You can have him looking down and up, all the way around. You can have him look like he's gonna attack something like that, or perked up like he's happy, like a little puppy dog. Or I can just have him be neutral. I don't know. And look that way, and look that way. And there you go. That's how the head moves. All the legs pretty much move the same way. I showed you one. You don't really see any other ones. The tail whips back and forth. You've seen that. And yeah, that's the dragon. Let's move on to the minifigures. Alright, here's our first minifigure, the Thunder Keeper. He's a pretty basic villain character. He's got this little MacGuffin for the season, which is a dual molded piece, gold on the translucent purple, which looks really cool when it's all together. Very good detail on the gold. Then on the back, you see some of those little holes where they put like fire and the friends' bows for those friends sets. But yeah, this is a pretty good piece. The only problem I have with this is there's one in every single set from this season, and I wish maybe they would change the color. Because if you get every single set from this season, you're going to have 4 of these purple things, and I wish maybe they'd like have a couple different colors. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Alright, his weapon is pretty basic. It's just a spear in white. And then he's got this tiki mask, which I believe is just an old tiki mask. I don't think it's anything new, but that is a new print. And then he's got the basic villain face for the season. They all pretty much have this face. And then the torso. There's the front of it, and there's the back. Not much for the leg printing, but hey, at least there is leg printing, right? It's not like Harry Potter with no leg printing. Really wish they would do that. But anyway, there's the Thunder Keeper. On to the next figure. Now this next character I like to call the human totem pole, because that's basically what he is. He's not like the usual 2-headed characters. Instead of being 2 heads next to each other, they're stacked on top, which I think pretty fits the season pretty well, considering it's all ancient village, and there's a totem pole in the Keeper's Village set. His actual name is Pelaric. I don't know how to pronounce that. Here's what it says on the box if you want to figure that out for yourself. Probably, someone's gonna be like, oh, it's pronounced this way, but, whatever. These are his weapons. Pretty basic. White little fang pieces attached to these lightsaber blades with the 2 studs on the bottom instead of 1. His heads are pretty basic. That's the same face that the other character has, the Tiki guy. So, yeah, see, they're all the villains in the season pretty much have that face. But I don't know about this top one. It might be exclusive, but I'm not sure. And then the little hair on top is Macy's hairpiece from Nexonites that came out of the helmet. And then the 2 heads are connected by this like dark green cowl piece, and then the torso is exactly the same as the Thunderkeeper. And same with the legs. It's the exact same figure except for the heads. Wow, it really is the exact same figure. You take this off and you stick on the Tiki mask, you got the same guy. Huh. That's a little odd, but hey, I guess that's how it works. If you want to get a look at him without the cowl, there you go. Just two heads stacked on top of each other. I personally think the cowl looks better because it kind of keeps there from being a separation. It just looks like a full-on head, but whichever way is up to you. Alright, this next figure is an important one for me because it's the first time I'm ever getting Zane's silver hairpiece. I had the original one back before they changed their appearances, but this is the same hairpiece he's had since the Ninjago movie. And they've never made it in silver. They've always made it in white. They did have it in a Legacy set this summer, but I never got that one. Not summer. This January. Sorry. But I never got that set. So this is the first time I'm ever getting that. His weapon is just the same basic bow piece that he's had since Sons of Garmadon. And he has a white cowl. And then the back quiver at the back, where he holds all his bows. And there's his face underneath. Angry Zane. Same face print as always. The back has that weird little, almost like a speaker. Not sure what that's supposed to be. Maybe like a fan. I don't know. But then you can kind of see here, something I just noticed. His suit kind of like seems to be coming off, and you can see his titanium robot skin. It's like his, I guess that's where he keeps his power. His unlimited power source that's limited. And then he has a titanium arm here, so you can see how it's kind of like coming off. Kind of like Cole's old suits. I think he had that for the Hunted in Season 9. But yeah, so it's a pretty interesting Zane. Definitely different from any other ones we've had. And this is him with the cowl and quiver removed. If you just want to see that, there's his back. You can see how the suit's kind of coming off, and you can see his skin. He has a little scratch there, so it looks like he's been through a fight. And maybe with the dragon. I don't know. Oh, he's got some scratches there too. Cool. That's a very interesting figure. Alright, on to the next one. Alright, next up we got Island Lloyd. He has these new hair pieces, which is like a dual molded piece with their old hair and then a bandana around it. And you can get this piece early if you get the Tournament of Elements set from Legacy. But yeah, it's still a really cool piece. And then as for accessories, he's got this bone, which I guess he uses to lure the dragon and control it. And then he's got this little weapon, which I think is kind of small for Lloyd. I don't know, personally. And he's got this little flail thing here. Not sure what that's called. And then he's got a butcher knife, which I think is really small, but that's cool, I guess. And then he's got just the silver katana in the back. He has that Season 11 sword holder. And there's his face in the front. And he does have an alternate face that's more calm and mild. There's him with all of his stuff removed. You can get a better look at the front of his suit. He's got some like leaves attached to him, like he's been living in the jungle. He's got some marks on his face, like little paint, war paint. And in the back, he's got more leaves and stuff. And I think this is a pretty great Lloyd. Probably one of the best ones we've had. I still think the best Lloyd is the Sons of Garmadon Lloyd. I just really like that color. I use it for my character. That's not a character that comes in the set. It's just my sig fig. And then, yeah. Here's his alternate face, if you want a better look at that. Here's it from the front. And, alright, on to the next. And here's your little side build I almost forgot about. It's a little wind surfing board. I don't know what you call it. A little hoverboard, kind of, little surf sail. I don't know, I can't talk today. He's got two stud shooters on either side, because everything has stud shooters now. There's two golden katanas on the bottom. There's another one of those, but it must have fallen off. There. Two shiny gold plates in the bottom. Not really plates, I don't know, rounded plates. I'm not sure what the technical term for those is. You have two shiny gold, those pizza pieces. And then I think it's a new piece, I'm not sure. But you got this on the back. which is like a robot head, but it's binoculars. So I don't know what that's supposed to be. It's an interesting piece. I'm not sure if it's new. And then there's this cool design, which I'm not sure what it's supposed to be. I just think it looks really cool with those little pieces going backwards. I just think it looks cool. And here's what Zane looks like riding it. It's pretty cool. It actually looks quite good. I like that. Alright, so something else I forgot to show you guys with the head. The tongue can move, and you can put it in different positions. This is the one it recommends on this side. You can also have it sticking out in the middle if you want to try to hide the tongue. You can't really hide it, but, you know, see less of it. And then you can also have it coming out this side, which I think actually looks better. Just the direction the tongue's going. I'm not sure, but yeah. I just want to show you guys that because I forgot about that. So yeah. Here are the instructions for the set. Just your normal LEGO instructions. There's a QR code here on the bottom, but I to get the instructions online, but I'm not sure it'll be up because this set, as of now, has not released yet. So yeah, it's got your basic LEGO stuff on the front. There's all the bags. The bags were significantly small in this set. Like, there were times where I felt like I was only building maybe like 50 pieces per bag. It felt like the bags were very small as far as piece goes. But yeah, I guess maybe that's just what they're doing now. I don't know. I haven't had many sets for 2021. And then is an advertisement on the back for the other sets coming out this wave. There's only 4, which stinks, but hey, little mini wave, I guess. Alright, just for a little size comparison, here's the Jungle Dragon next to the Overlord Dragon from earlier this year. Here, as you can see, he's significantly bigger. So this is a pretty small dragon. Look, he's scared. But yeah, they're both standing pretty tall. It's not like one's higher up than the other. Here, I guess I could put his head up. And then they're pretty much... No, he's still taller. So yeah, he's a pretty small dragon compared to the Overlord, if you want to have them fight. But yeah, just want to show you a little comparison up to other dragons. And then a comparison for a minifigure size. I'm going to use my Sigfid just because I think it's cool. This is how big he is next to a minifigure. You can see his forearm basically is as tall as a minifigure, so he's probably like 4 or 5 minifigures tall as far as the head goes, and 2 minifigures tall at the torso. So yeah, overall, I think this is a great set. I think it's worth $40, maybe not, maybe more like $35. I guess I can't really do that, but it's very small for $40. It has 500 pieces, over 500 pieces, so I guess it's pretty good for the piece count goes. But as far as size, it's very small. It does have a lot of tiny details that add to the piece count, so that's part of it. But I don't know, having it in hand, it doesn't feel like it's worth $40. But I saved up for this and bought it, so I bought it, and I'm pretty satisfied with what I got. So I think you would be too if you got it. I just think value-wise, it's not quite worth it. Alright guys, this is just going to be me talking for a second. I'm trying out this YouTube LEGO review thing. I've wanted to do it for a couple years now, and I'm finally cracking down and starting to do it. This is my first video. Sorry if the quality is kind of bad. I'm still trying to get into the hang of things. I'm literally sitting in my room with a lamp. It might not be the best, but if you have any tips or pointers, you can tell me in the comments. But yeah, as of now, I'm just trying to get through and gonna have a fun time. Alright, Jesus loves y'all. Bye.